Literally, I do want to start by saying this disclaimer provides to all of the material associated with this training. So the details shared, while considered true by the person who experienced them, they are considered alleged facts at this time. An official trial has not taken place to confirm the details shared. However, please keep in mind that the storyteller is not going to risk unnecessary lawsuits by sharing details that aren't true. So this training is to provide you with insight and details to help you while you are searching for apartment rentals in America. The experience that I will share with you may shock you. I mean, perhaps you are like me and seeking a rental unit while you're in a new city until you decide that you're ready to invest in a home. Perhaps you're like me and you've lived in a few rentals throughout America because of school, work, or whatever the reason, but you've experienced rentals and you've actually owned homes. So the experience, once again, may shock you. It certainly shocked me. However, this experience is more than about being surprised. It will show you how cruel apartment management can be and create a mafia-like experience for their tenants, which I did experience. How is this possible, you ask? Listen to the training, which will provide you with tips to help you avoid the pitfalls and landlord-tenant legal issues. So the goal is for you to just learn about apartment rentals and how you can have a horrific experience, not because of you, but because of the apartment management. So in essence, it's really to help you to be careful. So let's go ahead and start. So essentially, meet Cortland. And this is the complex or the apartment management company we're going to talk about. They own the complex, which was Cortland Glade Parks in Euless, Texas. And this is where the mafia-like experience occurred. Euless, Texas, Cortland Glade Apartments. So this man right here is the owner, CEO, the founder, Steven DeFrancis. That is him. He actually received emails about what I was experiencing. We'll just leave it there for now. Let's go ahead and show you some of the other executives. This headquarters is out of Atlanta, Georgia. But look at this. So this is meet the team. Sean. Oh, okay. Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. Okay. So the apartment, you're probably curious to know, this is it. And in fact, you can almost see my building. So I wasn't right across from the pool, but there's a couple of buildings that's over to the left. See where my arrow is? If you keep going down just a little bit to the left, like there's actually a little parking lot back here that you drive through, you keep driving and it's like the next building over. And I actually had a corner unit like this. So it was a corner unit like this. So this was, once again, Cortland, and let's see, you probably can't fully see this. I'm going to scoot it over just a little bit. Cortland Glade Parks in Euless. That's it. That's where I was. Okay? It was for a couple of years. Almost a couple of years. Okay? So this is the person who was assigned by, let's go back here. So I've been experiencing issues almost the full time. In fact, I'll get into some details with you in just a minute. But once I did escalate up to, Mr. DeFrancis right here, I was assigned to this lady, Kristi Greer, Director of Operations, Dallas, Fort Worth. She's in Addison, and that's really her email address. It's his email address. His email address is basically his name, so Steven.DeFrancis@Cortland.com. Steven.DeFrancis@Cortland.com. And this is her email address. That's really her email. And I believe that's an office number. So this is who I was assigned to. Lovely lady who was supposed to resolve everything. And yes, you will notice that I'm being facetious. Okay? This lady is the apartment manager at Cortland Glade Parks. Oh yeah, this is her. Her name is Desiree Dollison. Desiree Dollison. In fact, right after I moved in, she was promoted to the property manager. She wasn't it when I moved in, but she was promoted. Oh yeah, that's Desiree Dollison. So one of the things I want to tell you is that did go legal. And yeah, that's the judge who was involved in the first level case. Yeah, it was more than one case that has to happen because this is Texas. Okay? So going back here, I want to point out something. So there is a theme when you look at these pictures out of Atlanta, Georgia. So when you see these pictures, the same thing you're seeing is what I saw when I moved in to Cortland Glade Parks. And so basically, for me personally, I don't care. Like, I grew up in that type of environment, so I don't care. It's like, just be respectful to everyone, right? That's all that matters. But let me tell you about this. So as I told you, Cortland owns apartments throughout America. They're a 500 million revenue generating company. So they have a lot of tenants, right? So you think with that type of revenue and having so many that you would be really an expert at how you treat tenants, okay? So let me go back. I got to paint this picture for you because I want you to really understand the magnitude of the experience. I'm very quiet. I'm pretty focused. Really busy from the point I wake up to the point I go to bed. I have no extra time for anything. I barely have time to do anything that I consider helping me to grow as an individual, which I love church, right? I love, even if I watch it online, that's important to me. I barely have time to do anything because I'm really that busy. I work from home, and so I was working from home during that time too, and always stayed to myself. Not someone who actually really bothers anyone. I'm really quiet, like I'm not a social butterfly. However, before I even started living there, in fact, what I'm going to do is make this a part 2. So I'm going to stop here and I'm going to jump into the story of my experience with Cortland.